Maybe one of those resolutions is for you to save money so you can pay for your home security. I don't know. Get your financial house in order. Paul Salewski is here from Doyle Salewski. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
How are you?
I'm
Did you have
good.
a good holiday and all that?
Very good, very good. Yeah, except this morning it was pretty cold.
Yeah. Well, it'll only be around for a couple more months.
That's right.
At least we hope so. Hopefully, your resolution to get your financial house back in order sticks for more than a couple months or even a couple of days, because it's one of those resolutions that a lot of people make.
Sure. Well, people make resolutions, and a lot of them are done in such a way you could never live up to them anyway. Our advice always is, make some small, attainable resolutions, and that's the way to go.
Right. And making financial resolutions is certainly, if you make them the right way, they're attainable.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And it depends on your will and what you want to do. For the coming year, my view is that there's really two main things to do. One is save more and spend less.
Yeah.
The second thing is look at that debt load and start to pay it down.
But how do you go about the whole save more and spend less thing? What do you do?
Well, let's look at it. Well, you can do something. For example, take out your bills from last year, your Visa cards, your whatever statements. Take out your bank statements. Look at those areas where you're spending money on that you don't really have to spend money on. Mm-hmm. Things like smoking, things like coffee. If you go and have a Starbucks every day, if you change that to a Tim Hortons, just automatically save because of pricing.
True.
Little things like that. When you want something, give yourself kind of a 24-hour rule. Go look at it. If that nice green sweater you have on, you go and you buy it. You look at it on Friday, you don't buy it on Friday.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you really want it, buy it on Saturday, because 9 times out of 10 you'll find that you'll go home and say, no, I don't really want that sweater.
The impulse buying is something that gets people in trouble sometimes?
No, all the time, I think all the time. And there's a difference between wanting things and needing things as well. Now, we're in a want society as opposed to a need society.
Right.
So we want it now.
Yeah, it's easy to fall into that, eh? I'm that guy. I'm totally that guy.
Well, you're like most people.
Yeah.
And I'm like that too. We're all like that.
Yeah. I mean, people get mad at me before Christmas or whatever. I'll say, hey, this is a good Christmas gift idea, and then I'll go and get it.
Another key to saving more and spending less is budgeting. A lot of people don't budget. A lot of people don't understand where their money goes. They come to the end of the month and there's nothing there, and they say, geez, where did it all go to?
Yeah.
And they sort of sit back and analyze and don't really think about where the money went to.
And then if you do go back and take a look for, let's say for one pay period, take a look at where your money went, oftentimes you're like, what?
Yeah, I did that.
I did that? Mm-hmm. That's where my money's going? And then it gives you certainly more resolve, if you will, to change those habits.
Exactly. A big key is budgeting. We say it every year. You've got to budget. You've got to know what you've got. You've got to know what you need and what you have to spend.
Yeah. Easy to do it. I would say easier, to do it if you're on your own and you're determined to do it. But getting the family involved or your partner involved,
and getting your kids involved sometimes too. The kids have to know these things too.
Yeah, it's good learning experience for everybody, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now the other thing is getting rid of some of your debt. 18, 19, 20%. That's a high level of interest rate to pay. I read something yesterday that said that. If you owe $12,000 in your credit card, and as I say 19%, and you pay just the minimum payments, it'll take you 48 years to pay that $12,000 off. Yeah. And you'll pay $54,000 to do that. So getting that debt down is important.
Yeah. And that's where you start, right? If you plan on getting things back in order, reducing those high interest credit cards or whatever.
Two ways: spend less.
Yeah.
And get the debt down.
Yeah,
Increase your payments where you can.
I was telling you about our company has a savings program, and it's a wonderful way to not miss the money, every paycheck, because it comes out off the top and goes into a savings plan, which is I think is a great way for people. And there's nothing wrong with getting involved in what so-called forced savings, right?
Well, yeah, and you can do it yourself. You don't have a company-sponsored plan. You can go and you can set yourself up a couple of bank accounts, or your bank account. The bank will automatically deposit money to the various accounts. It's wise to have a bit of an emergency fund and folks to start to build that up. We've been blessed with low interest rates the last number of years, but that's going to change. We know it's going to change. Yeah. And 1 or 2 or 3% will really hurt a lot of people. Yeah. Especially with the way they're spending these days.
No low interest rates really on the credit cards out there. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, there are. There's a little bit of a twist they do. What you can do is they'll want you to go from this card to this card, and they'll give you 0% or 2%.
When you sign up.
For 2 or 3 months, all of a sudden they wham you back again after 2 or 3 months. So it's kind of a false sense of security there. Yeah. The real deal is to take those cards, and if you use them too much, cut them up.
Exactly.
Get used to planning, budgeting, and saving.
Someone told me an old trick. They put it in a like an ice cream bucket in water and put it in the freezer.
Right.
Hey, can't get at it.
Well, it's there for an emergency maybe, and you really have to have an emergency to use it.
Good, solid advice, Paul. And people, if they need more, can come talk to you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. www.doylesalewski.ca.
Yeah. Do you like Special K?
I love Special K.
Me too, eh?
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff. Where do you see the prize pack of Special K we're giving away in the next couple of minutes? It's unbelievable. You talk about saving money. You'd never have to buy Special K, at least for a few months.
That's good, yeah.
Paul Salewski from Doyle Salewski joining us.